In the black box?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
Radio Cynthia, miss.
I'm paralyzed.
Oh my gosh.
This is the moment Cleveland police officers pushed open a basement door only to uncover a nightmare they weren't prepared for. A 60-year-old woman was found gagged, bruised, and clinging to life, stuffed inside a black tote. She had been kidnapped, tortured, and hidden in total darkness. They had no idea that behind this quiet neighborhood door was a makeshift prison run by someone who claimed to be her friend.
I felt like I was gonna die if I didn't hold her for like 2 days and tell her, like, let her know what was going on. I'm gonna kill her, bitch. Feel like the bitch would have been dead. Long story short, if I wanted to kill her, she would have been dead.
On May 2nd, 2023, just after 3 p.m., a concerned woman in Cleveland made a 911 call. She reported seeing something deeply disturbing. Another woman, tied up, restrained, and allegedly being held captive in a house nearby. She told dispatch that the woman might be in a basement on the 3100 block of West 97th Street and warned that she was in bad shape. The officers who heard that call had no idea what they were about to uncover. Realizing the urgency, patrol units responded immediately and began a sweep of the neighborhood. Eventually, their search led them to the front door of Dalontay Edmond-Geiger, a man who had no idea he was moments away from becoming the center of a citywide horror story.
Bro, y'all can't be here like this.
Oh, look.
You can't be here like this, bro.
Hey, I'm just knocking on your door.
I understand that, but you making me hot.
What?
You're making me hot.
What does that mean?
I'm about to come out.
All right, come on out.
All right.
Apparently this all started in Brunswick, PR.
Give me a few minutes to take a look.
How you doing, sir?
Y'all can't be out here like this.
My name's Officer Robles. That's Officer Obed. Just
That's
so you know,
cool.
everything's recorded.
Listen,
Yes?
turn those cameras off, please.
Well, what's going on?
Can you please turn the cameras off?
You have to give me a reason, and I can't.
You guys are making my spot hot. I work for you guys, okay? Long story short, I work for you guys. Please get out here. You guys are blowing the spot up. All right?
Who do you work for?
I can't tell you that.
Why?
I cannot tell you that because I'm not allowed to tell you that. Okay, so just understand that.
Well, here,
Go home.
we have a call. Here, sir, let me just tell you why we're here, and then we'll leave. It could be nothing. I don't know. I don't know anything about you.
When police arrived at Dalontay's home, this is when things got strange fast. He opened the door wearing a ski mask, refusing to even show his face. Officers were met with combative body language and cryptic statements. He claimed he worked for them, whatever that meant, but refused entry to the house.
All right, I'm just saying y'all can't be here. Y'all making my spot hot. All right.
Well, that
I work
doesn't
with
make
you
any.
guys.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't. You don't need to make sense to y'all. You know what I mean? So what I need y'all to do
Hey,
is
sorry,
leave.
can you come over to this address for a minute?
No, don't do that, bro. You're doing this.
Even when they explained the situation, Dalontay refused to let them in.
Okay. Long story short, I need y'all to leave. Make a phone call.
Well, we're not going to leave that quickly until we figure out what's going on.
There's nothing going
So
on.
we were told that
Damn.
a lady's tied up in the basement.
There ain't nobody tied up in the basement.
Can we
bro.
look?
No, but
Why not?
Because I say so.
Is someone tied up down there?
No.
What's your name, buddy?
I can't tell you that, bro.
What do you mean you can't tell me that? Is this your truck?
My dump truck, that's my company truck. That's right. It's in my. Yeah. There's nothing going on
Is
with
it in your name?
No.
Then why don't you want to tell us who you are?
I'm trying to tell you, I'm a confidential informant. That's all I have to say. You guys are bugging right now. You guys are
No,
bugging.
that's not all you have to say. Who told you that?
I can't say nothing else.
Well, if
Please.
there's someone tied up in the basement, we got
There's
a problem.
nobody in the basement. I just what I.
So
really,
why can't I look?
Why do you?
Because
all that stuff that went on in the past with those 3 girls, man, we got to take this seriously.
What
and
3
look into
girls?
it.
What 3 girls?
The Gina De Jesus.
And I don't know them hoes.
All
man.
that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
though?
I'm
If we don't take this seriously, and there's something going on.
From the conversation, it would appear that Dalontay had been involved in some strange activity with some women in the past. So that was an additional reason why the officers just couldn't let him off the hook. They made him understand the seriousness of the situation. But Dalontay maintained his resolve and said that the officers wouldn't be given access to his home.
Stop. Please don't say it.
We're not going in without you.
Yeah, you can't do that. Tell him please not to do that.
Do what?
Like you,
I'm not going in there.
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
Sergeant, please tell him not
Back
to
up.
do that.
He's not going.
Okay, I'm gonna give you my social security number.
right.
I want you to run it.
Oh.
Okay? My don't come up clean. What's going on is you guys had a crackhead make a false complaint.
All right.
Okay?
Well, that's an answer.
That's it.
Well, then we still have to follow up on it.
There's nothing going on, sir.
All right, but do you understand our point?
I understand your point. You're
If
actually
we just walk away and somebody actually is there, what are we going to do?
well, that's what you guys are gonna have to do because I'm not letting you inside.
So
That's
you
what
see
it's
where
gonna-
you see where the problem lies?
No, there is no problem.
We don't just write, he said it's cool, and we leave.
Well, that's how it goes because if I don't
No,
let
that's
you in-
not.
So how you? What do you mean? Well, listen,
So they're not going to let this go.
bro, listen.
So either today, tomorrow, the next day, in the next 5 minutes, you're going to continuously have these problems. And if we have to call Detective Smith and say, hey, do you think this guy would have a girl tied up in his basement?
He's gonna say no.
Is he?
100%, bro. I just
He's
let-
willing to risk his career for all that?
You think I'm bullshit? Oh my gosh, you're gonna take a crackhead's word over Detective Smith's word, right?
I haven't spoken to Detective Smith.
Despite multiple warnings, Dalontay continued to push back even as officers pressed him with legal authority.
The confidential form usually has the policeman or officer or detective with them
No, it
when they're
don't.
working. That's kind of
I
how that
understand
works.
what you're saying, but what I am saying,
And then most confidential informants don't come screaming out the back door, I'm a confidential informant, do they?
listen, but what I'm saying, I'm gonna let you guys know this. I want you guys to know what's going on in my backyard. Okay, this is what happened. This is what's going on.
Okay.
Okay, listen. I'm not doing nothing illegal, but I work for you guys.
That's what you said for the last 10 or 15
Okay.
minutes.
There's nothing going on. Please do your please do your homework and research.
I have no homework and I have no research.
Call Detective Smith.
And what's he going to tell me?
He's going to tell you that I am valid and everything is okay.
Okay, but is he going to tell me that there's not a girl tied up in your basement?
Of course, because he's never been
Okay,
in.
is he going to be for sure?
Yes.
How do I know?
So how does he know?
Yeah, how does he
He said
know?
he's never been here. How does he know there's not a girl tied up?
Well, so I guess you guys are going to take the crackhead's word off the mouth. Nobody knows.
He laughed off their logic, insisting they had no right. His confidence was unnerving. And still, the officers persisted. Eventually, after 30 minutes of tense dialogue, he relented, but banned cameras from entering. Inside, officers found nothing. No body. No signs of a crime. Just an air mattress in the basement. Still, even though the search came up empty, the officers were convinced something wasn't right. I mean, considering how hard he pushed back against letting them search his house, it's easy to see why they were suspicious. If he had nothing to hide, why was he being so defensive? But police would later discover that this wasn't a false alarm, it was a carefully staged illusion. Later that evening, a second call came in. This new tipster confirmed what the first had said, that Dalontay had indeed kidnapped a woman and was holding her against her will, but went further. He gave Dalontay's street name, Blessed, and claimed he had moved the victim after the initial visit.
So what's going on?
So I guess he, Blessed did his homework and found out that he was trying to set him up. So,
Wait, can you, 1 second.
I'm sorry, not fast.
No, you're good.
I'm so freaked out.
Who's blessed?
Blessed is the one in the house that murdered
What's he look like?
about 5'3", dark skin. He's the one serving the dope out of there.
Okay.
It's his house. He owns the house. And I go out, I wake up about 6 o'clock tonight. He calls me and said, "How about you come over? I want to talk to you."
Oh, wait. What about, go back. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go back to when he picked up and you said.
I'm at the house when we seen her walking down the street.
Okay.
She gets in the car with him immediately. And they get to the stop sign, her, DJ, and West. You know, I just returned the phone or whatever. They're like, "Hey, you want to ride back?" I'm like, "Sure." But it looked like it was me trying to set him up because they got, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess he did his homework. He's supposedly playing off one of your guys' detectives. And they told him that he was trying to set him up. So, he had him over there yesterday. And his girlfriend, he has a girlfriend who's a black girl. And they tied her up, stabbed her, beat her, and killed her. He showed me pictures. He made her write 1,000 times, "I am a rat, I am a snitch, I am a rat, I am a snitch." And then where he murdered her at, he ripped up where the fireplace is, he ripped up all of like the tile right there. He told me I have to paint it and I have no choice. He wants me to paint it tomorrow. And he was telling me everything about my peers. He said, "I'll kill you too." He's like, "It's a little harder." He literally just shit. And he took me, I guess he put her in the basement. My friend Katie seen her in the basement and called the police. And they said he called the detective. The detective said, "Well, just let them search your basement." So he moved her body from the basement to upstairs and let the cops come in and search the basement and left.
The informant provided photos, detailed testimony, and claimed Dalontay had physically abused the woman.
He stabbed her in her right arm, which is on the pictures. She's bound up naked. She's naked in front of the fireplace, like tied with like zip ties. You can see her writing with a pencil and a piece of paper. He stabbed her in the right arm and he beat her so bad she couldn't open her eyes. But he said he kept feeding her crack to keep her alive, but he beat her for 3 hours and then murdered her.
Who said that?
What?
Who said that? Told you this?
He showed me pictures on his phone of her dead body.
Why'd he do all that?
He said he trusts me. I don't know why. He was like, he's like, "I made my girlfriend help beat her up." He's like, "I'm just letting you know that I'll do the same thing to you."
She warned that Dalontay likely knew he was being watched and might be trying to dispose of the evidence. Armed with renewed urgency, officers immediately went back to his house.
Hey, I talked the phone. Okay.
Did you talk to Detective Smith? He tell you what's going on?
Yes. All right. So I appreciate this. Here's a lighter before this.
Yeah.
You know my name. What's up, bro? How y'all doing? Same people.
Yeah. I'm in the overtime now, man.
You gotta come through the back door, okay?
Yeah, I can do that.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
That's where we're going.
All right, well,
Sorry for
I'm
not
still
letting you in
fairly
there, bro. Sorry for my attitude, okay? All right, bro. Give me 5 seconds.
Meet me at the back door?
All y'all.
All right. Hey, watch your front and see if someone will walk with us first. If that chick's in there, she might be leaving, but it doesn't matter, right? It'll be funny if he never comes back and he stole my lighter.
Yeah.
Joke's on him. I found that lighter. It's all one room. It's all one room.
This time, he let them in without argument. But his cooperation? A red herring.
You didn't know what I told you about, though?
Listen, we're here to look to see for a body. That's it. You give us consent to make sure there's no one laying dead in here?
This is my uncle.
All right.
Go outside. You gonna let him out?
Yeah. You take off, man.
Let him out.
Do you give us consent?
Come on, bro. I'm gonna walk y'all through this.
As officers searched the home for the second time, they suddenly heard something. A faint noise. A voice calling out. At that very moment, Dalontay cranked up the music on his phone, clearly trying to drown out the sound. But it was too late.
Hey, Sarge, come down here a minute.
Copy. Is anybody on that front porch? No. So what's that noise I keep hearing? That you keep turning the music up on when I hear something?
I heard him dragging something out when we went from the front to the back, too.
Is anybody in that front? Because I heard voices. Yeah. Who's up there?
Oh,
Who's up there?
What is that?
Can you hear it?
This is when they found her, gagged, crushed into a small black tote, and calling for help.
Clint, please.
Huh?
Where are you at?
She's under. There's a thing under a shine like
Do you need help?
Help!
Alright. Clint, please. Sam 24, can you get us another car over here? Where are you at?
M35, you can send us same 2 numbers.
Hello, 15.
Alright, we're looking. Hey, how do you get to her? In the black box?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. Radio City, MS.
I'm paralyzed.
Oh my gosh.
I'm paralyzed.
Alright. How old are you?
I'm 60.
6-year-old female. Step up EMS. Are you injured besides that?
I'm paralyzed.
You're paralyzed.
I'm paralyzed.
What's your name?
EMS is en route. Are you cold?
I hurt.
You hurt? Alright, we want to get you out of there, but I'm afraid to move you. I'm going to let EMS do all that,
I
okay?
hurt so bad.
What did he do to you?
He kicked me.
The woman was alive, but just barely. She'd been bound, hidden, and discarded like an object.
He did what?
Kicked me.
You want fire? Can I at least get her upright?
She says she's paralyzed. I don't know.
I know, but if we can find her here, they can.
Are they here?
No, you know. We've got no QTA, I mean,
They've been dispatched.
huh?
Did he stab you?
Yeah.
Where are you stabbed, do you think? Your arm? Alright. Did he sexually assault you at all?
No.
Okay. Do you know how long you've been here? Is it just one day?
She was rushed to a nearby hospital with life-threatening injuries. While her identity was kept confidential, doctors confirmed she had endured significant trauma. But her spirit, still intact. Luckily, after days in critical care, she stabilized. As for Dalontay, he was immediately arrested and remanded at the Cuyahoga County Jail. There, he confessed to kidnapping the lady, although in his twisted way, he continued to defend what he did and even passed his treatment of his victim as being somewhat humane.
I was stupid as but like I wasn't going to kill her though. I wasn't going to. I've been beating her, and you know what I'm saying. But I just can't have her out on this. Because I'm working with Detective Smith, trying to get him 10 guns, 5 AKs, 4 Glocks, 3. That's supposed to be going into the valley like next week. You know what I'm saying. I'm trying to get him who moves 6 ounces a day on coke crack, and I'm trying to get him prescriptions of ounces a day. But like I found out that this is that, and you know what I'm saying. If I was, you found out with that flood that the lady that what I was taking care of in my house is a rat, and if she was to get back out on the street, it would explode. Okay. And die, get killed. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm new to it. I understand I f***ed up. I know I can't get out of this. This is bad. You know what I'm saying? I know it's going on. I know it's bad.
Dalontay made a full confession, but not the kind you'd expect. He claimed he kidnapped the woman because she was working with his enemies. In his words, it was self-defense.
I f***ed up, bro. But like, I'm new to this. And I feel like my life is in danger, bro. People have tried to kill me 3 times already. You feel me? I've been shot in my I don't need my underarm, blood, all type of weird shit. This shit is crazy. And I felt like I was gonna die if I didn't hold her for like 2 days and tell her, like, let her know what was going on. I'm gonna kill the bitch. If the bitch would have been dead. Long story short, if I wanted to kill her, she would have been dead.
Would you mind walking me through, again, I know it's a little tough right now and it's bad time, but like everything that went through, like the time where you were together, like what happened during those days?
I just punched on her, slapped on her, till her good. Punched on her, slapped on her, punched on her, slapped on her.
Okay.
Punched on her, slapped on her, moved her from the basement to another room. Fed her, showered her, gave her some water, put a blanket over her. I'm just telling you the truth, bro.
No, that's fine.
Was I her? No.
Okay.
Was that what you about to ask me?
No,
I thought you about to ask me.
No, like, were you giving her drugs and stuff like that?
Why would I give her my drugs? Why the f*** would I do that?
Man. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
hell no.
Yeah. Alright. So at any point was she asking to leave, different things like that?
She has nowhere to go.
Okay.
She has nowhere to go. All she was just asking was why. Stop, I won't do it again. I'll never tell, Blast, please. I'll never tell. I know I deserve this, but I'll never tell. Like, that's a culture in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I got 4 beautiful kids.
Okay. So during this time when the traffic stop occurs and she goes on her way, was there anybody that ever said, like, besides, like, if she was doing anything that, like, yeah, she told me
No.
that?
No, I thought it was somebody else until I did my homework.
Okay. So this is all you transpiring, doing everything, doing all your own stuff in your head and like, hey.
Listen to the detectives as we all got out the car. The detectives like, yeah, you can go. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. You ain't even get searched. It's crap about $200 worth of dope in the car and skill, and you didn't even get searched.
Yeah.
No. Get your bag. You're forgetting your bag.
They're helping her out.
Don't forget your bag. Go ahead, go. Thank you.
It was pretty clear that Dalontay wasn't in the right state of mind. He told officers the entire ordeal, which, let's not forget, involved kidnapping and physical assault, was just a misunderstanding between friends. Then there was the part where he seemed to try to cut a deal with the officers. This meant that even in custody, he failed to grasp the gravity of what he'd done.
For real, I like this. I see it on TV, I'm excited. I'm so slick. I'm slicker than deer shit. Y'all, man, I almost got away. Y'all motherfuckers, them cops horrible, boy. I'm slick, boy. I ain't trying to brag nor boast. Not trying to brag nor boast, bro. You know what I'm saying? We gonna help y'all out. Flat out, but I can't sit in this room. I can get keys and keys and keys and keys and guns and guns. You gonna see it in my phone. I know everybody big. I just want to know. I know I'm in trouble right now. I know I'm in trouble right now. This can get happen after I make those busts for y'all. You know what I'm saying? The judge will understand that. She should understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. So, like, I need to go home.
Yeah, this guy definitely won't be seeing his home in a very long time. Dalontay eventually pled guilty to several charges, including felony assault, kidnapping, and evidence tampering, among others. He was eventually sentenced to 16 to 20 years behind bars, although there are those who believe that he should have gotten a longer sentence. What do you think, though? Let us know in the comments.